these people they don't realise the world that they are stopping coming forward by suppressing knowledge that we could do something about. If the 911 truth movement rallied behind you, could we go forward? Could we?
Oh yeah, but that's a different. One thing it's getting later, so that it's too much junk out there. Oh, some say it's thermite, some say it's nukes, some say it's mini nukes, some say it's radiation from outer space. So I guess we'll never know what really happened. Let's move on. Yeah. Nothing to see here.
The 911 are now not denying the justification, are they?
That's right. And that's taken them 7.5 years of ridiculing me for saying it.
Yeah, well,
I'd like to say this for the people listening out there, that if you see somebody posting that Greg Jenkins video, it now is to my benefit, because it shows I was right all along. And I was being ridiculed for saying the building turned to dust. Most of the building turned to dust. And Jenkins was saying all the rubble pile is there. It's this huge rubble pile. None of it turned to dust, or he was covering that up. I was ridiculed for saying that most of the building turned to dust.
Well, apparently the truth goes through three phases: ridicule, ridicule, mocking, or something, then acceptance. No, then self-evident, isn't it? Ridicule, acceptance, and self-evidence, or something like that. The phases of truth.
Well, as I think Gandhi said it, first they ignore you, then they fight you, then you win. But the other stage that somebody else refers to is then it's self-evident. It's like, well, everybody knows that. Or little Judy's talking about ray beams from outer space, and that's stupid. But see, we're right. We discovered it turned to dust. That is starting to kick in. Because they don't realize that I've been saying this all along. You can go to the government website, NIST, where they have posted my request for corrections from 2007. It's been up there all this time. You can go there and see. That's what they needed to control. They wanted you to, if you don't like the lie behind door number 1, we show you the lie behind door number 2. If you don't like that, we show you the lie behind door number 3. Nukes, mini nukes, micro nukes, thermite, super thermite, anything to keep you from turning around looking at the evidence that Dr. Wood is showing you. And
once you've seen it, seen it. There's no going back. Once you know the truth, there's no going, oh, I'm just going to forget the truth. No, you know it. That's it. There's no going back.
And the title of my book is another thing that Fetzer says, oh, that's your theory. No. I show evidence. I show evidence of what happened on 9/11. What happened on 9/11, most of the building turned to dust in midair. That right there is proof that there exists a technology that can turn most of a building to dust in midair. The evidence of what happened is proof that a technology that can do what was done exists. Now,
you don't need to see the patent. You know it exists.
You know it exists because I've very well documented what it does, and I don't want people to use the name because they use these trendy terms, HAARP, Bin Laden, whatever. Those are just names to focus on. Focus on the evidence, what it can do. Now, there's evidence of the technology existing. But think of what else we could do with that technology instead. Instead of using it to blow up the world, let's use it to provide free energy to the whole world. So the evidence of what happened on 9/11 is evidence that free energy technology exists. If people get out of their mindset, the brainwashing, and look at the picture on the cover of my book, the bubbler picture, once they realize what the evidence is showing them, and not, say, oh, collapse. If they realize this building's turning dust in midair, oh my gosh, everybody on the planet can know that free energy technology exists.
Absolutely. And that's what we've got to strive for that. Have you got any closing words? Because we're going to wrap it right up now.
Think your own thoughts. Know what it is that you know, that you know that you know, and know that everything else you don't know. And don't fill in the gap with speculation and guesswork, because then you don't know what you have anymore. Okay. Speculation can give you encouragement where to go look, but you have to have evidence to know what it is that you know that you know that you know.
Yeah, I believe this world owes you a great thanks, but it needs an apology as well for the way it's treated you. It's absolutely horrendous. Any closing words, Andrew?
I think you've just got to make sure that you do due diligence with this stuff. And I encourage people, for example, to check us out, write to us and check into our backgrounds.
Read the book
believe
and then
what we say. Yeah, read my book, which is free. Does it stand up to your scrutiny? Have I said anything that's untrue? You know, have we said anything that's untrue tonight? Check it out. And
all provable.
You know, you have to verify this. It's too important to take anybody else's word for it, because it's just too important. And all the personal attacks and all that sort of thing, they're kind of secondary to the building and developing your own understanding of what's actually happened and how it's been covered up. And once you've done that, you'll be in a much better state for tackling this horrendous sort of, I don't know what to call it, this horrendous new understanding that you have of what's happened in the world. So, you know, you have to learn to live with that.
There you have it. Thanks for listening. You've been listening to Red Pill Raw Truth. See you next week.
Thank you so much, Dr. Woods.
Thanks.
Thank you, Andrew and Matthew. Second show, 4 hours. Dr. Judy Wood.
I forgot to go to break, mate. I'm sorry.
Swish. Swish. No net.
Are we still on?
I don't know.
Yes, we are. We're going to lead out with this, so mute up your mics.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
First rule of being a host.
Where did the towers go? Away with the breeze that blows. And how much steel did they find? Could it be shipped in time? I don't know, I haven't seen the receipt, but it doesn't make sense to me. All those cars in a line, door handles and engines gone. I'd tell you if I could, but you need to ask Judy Wood. Before you accuse someone, you better make damn sure you know what was done. Wake up, this is your alarm. Wake up. So while you're sitting on the fence, why don't you check the evidence? I'll tell you something that you'll learn. World Trade Center paper doesn't burn. And how could those buildings fall with a seismic impact so small? I know that something's wrong. 8 seconds, the North Tower's gone. I'd tell you if I could, but you need to ask Judy Wood. Before you accuse someone, you better make sure you know how it was done. Wake up, this is your alarm. Wake up, you know it was 2001. Here we are and we're still arguing. Wake up, this is your alarm. Wake up, this is your alarm. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
The towers didn't burn up, nor did they slam to the ground. They turned into dust in midair.